CEOTraining.com. This is Richard Wilson. I'm here today at the Fountain of Wealth here in downtown Singapore, and I'm going to do a little video for you here on how you can turn your business into your own fountain of wealth. So basically there's three things to remember when it comes to creating wealth through your business. The first thing is taxes, the second thing is long-term bias, and the third thing is the percentage returns you can get. So first off, in most countries, in the United States at least, when you reinvest in your own business, most things you invest in you don't get taxed on. So for example, if I made $100,000 in a year from my business and I reinvested $50,000 in advertising, a better website, better product, better customer service, for that $50,000 I don't get taxed on, and the government doesn't take 30% or 50% of the money. So that's one way you can use your business to build wealth, is by reinvesting in your business and building business assets that are going to allow you to expand your revenue in future years, delay that taxation, and reinvest it so that you can improve your profits many-fold over time. Another way that you can turn your business into a fountain of wealth is by really taking a long-term approach to your business. Most people are stuck in an instant gratification phase of taking out bigger loans to get bigger houses, taking out larger mortgages, buying bigger cars, having car payments they have to pay every month, buying things they don't really need that chew up all of their cash flow. By having a more long-term focus on your business and how you manage your finances around your business, you can really invest for the long term, and over the long term have an advantage over your competitors. For example, there's a story of somebody who recently sold envelopes online, and they bought envelopes.com for $400,000. It might seem like a lot of money, but if he runs $1 million plus business, he's really taking a long-term view, and he'll have the #1 website domain in his whole industry for envelopes now. And that might seem like a boring example, but that happens in many different industries. The guy who bought telescopes.com runs $1 million plus a year business, and he invested a lot of money to buy and develop telescopes.com. So take a really long-term view of your business, and you'll be paid off in the long term. Many studies have shown that those who plan, strategize, and invest for the long term do very well in the long term. And that's the way you can create your business into a fountain of wealth. The third way is by looking at the percentage of returns you can get in your business versus other investments. If you invest in the stock market, they say over a period of 30, 40, 50 years, you'll be lucky if you can get an 8% return on average over that time. If you invest in your own business, many fast-growing businesses or even average internet-based or information-based businesses grow at 15%, 25%, or even 50% every year. So if you look at the return you can get in your business versus in the stock market, it can actually be very high. In my own businesses, I found that all of my businesses have grown between 15% and 40% every single year consistently over the last 4 or 5 years. So in my experience, I can get an average of 3 or 4 times greater return in my own business than I could in the stock market. Another thing to think about is that if you take money from your business and you get taxed on it, you lose 1/3 of your money. If you then try to reinvest it in the stock market, it might take you 3, 4, 5, 7 years to get your money back up to where it was before you had to pay the IRS all those taxes. So you have to take 4, 5, 7 years to get back to where you were when you first took those profits out. If you invest in your own business, like we talked about earlier, oftentimes you can avoid some of those taxes, and even if you only get a 15% return on your money, you're way ahead, 5, 7, 10 years ahead of where other people are when they take that money out and try to invest it in other places. Now, I'm not giving investment advice for your specific situations. You should definitely seek an official financial representative or wealth advisor if you need wealth advice. But one thing to consider is if you want to turn your business into your own fountain of wealth, you should really consider taxation, long-term investments, and the percentage of returns you can get on your own business versus putting it somewhere else. Thanks for joining us here in Singapore. Thanks for watching CEOTraining.com. It's Richard Wilson, and we'll catch you next time.